we're going to put Texas on a path to have plenty of water for the next 5 decades.
Governor Greg Abbott said he wanted a Texas-sized investment in water infrastructure during his State of the State address. Now, lawmakers are following through, filing 2 constitutional amendments to infuse more money into the Texas Water Fund. Experts say it's a step in the right direction for a state running out of water. It's a big investment with a big promise to increase the state's water supply. Texas voters approved a one-time investment of $1 billion into the Texas Water Fund back in 2023. The Texas Water Development Board, the agency controlling the fund, has committed more than $48 million to fully fund water loss projects in rural areas. But experts say the state is growing fast and more investment is needed.
It was a good measure and a good appropriation, but it's literally a drop in the bucket compared to the $154 billion that we need to invest long-term.
2 joint resolutions filed in the Capitol would create a dedicated funding stream for the Texas Water Fund. Pouring up to $2 billion every year into the fund, some of that money will be used to find new supplies of water. Dr. Robert Mace, the executive director for the Meadows Center for Water and the Environment at Texas State University, said the near future of Texas water is reuse and conservation.
We're growing very rapidly as a state. Easy water is gone.
El Paso has become a worldwide leader in new technologies like direct potable reuse, which taps into our wastewater supply.
Directly taking that water from the wastewater treatment plant, completely cleaning it up, and putting it back into our drinking water system.
El Paso Water broke ground on a new facility to do just that and plans to grow its desalination plant capacity, the largest inland plant in the world. That plant converts brackish groundwater into drinkable water, providing 10% of El Paso's drinking water every year. On the other side of the state, experts are looking to tap into the Gulf. The city of Corpus Christi is building a seawater desalination plant, which Dr. Mace says will be a big part of the state's water future moving forward.
It's a practically limitless supply. The Gulf isn't going anywhere.
Farmers in South Texas say a lack of water has them in survival mode. The state is now looking to get relief through a long-standing water treaty with Mexico. Under the treaty, Mexico is supposed to deliver water to the United States, but Mexico is billions of gallons behind as it deals with water shortages of its own. As drought conditions persist along the border, farmers and local officials are looking to the state capitol for help. They're urging Texas lawmakers to push the federal government to hold Mexico accountable and get more water.
And we're in dire straits right now.
Brian Jones is a 4th-generation farmer in Hidalgo County. He and other farmers do not have enough water.
This is my 3rd year where I'm only basically planting half of my farm because I don't have enough water to take care of the entire farm.
The problem, Jones said, is coming from Mexico, not holding up its end of an 80-year-old treaty. Mexico is supposed to release 1.75 million acre-feet of water to the U.S. every 5 years. The current 5-year cycle ends in October this year, and state officials say Mexico is behind almost 1 million acre-feet. That's billions of gallons of water.
We just don't have enough water to take care of what we normally farm.
One of the biggest products from the Rio Grande Valley is grapefruit, but as farmers get less water, their output of things like grapefruit will also go down. In fact, in 2024, Texas A&M AgriLife estimated there was a direct loss of nearly $500 million in revenue because of a lack of water. Jones said that means you'll see less Texas products at the grocery store, which will have to be replaced by products from different states or countries like Mexico, which is in the midst of a trade war with the U.S. after President Trump issued 25% tariffs on Mexican goods, making them more expensive for you, the consumer.
For Brownsville Public Utilities.
But it's not just farmers hurting. Cities in the Rio Grande Valley are also concerned, testifying about their fears to senators on Monday.
If this continues, drinking water for cities like Brownsville, McAllen, Harlingen will be at risk.
Texas senators will soon vote on a resolution to compel the U.S. government to hold Mexico accountable to the water treaty. But lawmakers also know Texas will have to do more this session than rely on Mexico for water.
This is water session. This is when we put things in place that 10, 20 years out from now, we look back and say this was when that got solved.
In November, both countries signed an amendment to the treaty meant to increase predictability of the water deliveries. South Texas Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz says the administration must make sure those water deliveries happen.
We lost our sugar industry, and we are on the verge of losing our citrus industry as well. So I will focus specifically on water in the 119th Congress and ask the White House to put pressure on the Mexican government that they abide by their contractual duty of the 1944 water treaty and deliver us the water that we need.
De la Cruz filed a congressional resolution to condemn Mexico's government for failing to fulfill water deliveries. She also met with President Trump at the White House in February to push to hold Mexico accountable. But Mexico is facing serious water issues of its own. Last summer, heat waves and water shortages became so severe, people in the Mexico City metropolitan area took to the streets to protest. Police even joined the demonstrations by blocking traffic. Officers who took part said their barracks didn't have water for weeks. As water levels hit historic lows, Mexican authorities in control of reservoirs imposed water rationing. Climate change, rapid growth, and leaking infrastructure are all factors in Mexico's water issues. Texas lawmakers push for new regulations on Botox injections. How legislation moving forward at the Capitol could bring more safety protocols to protect patients.